Hello, assalamu alaikum, good morning, khushandi, ji ayanu, goeiemorgen, ishpata.
Bakheragele, ni hao, churashumme, washmale, ohio gozaimasu, guten morgen, hola, bonjour, privyet, kaifa hal, haleshuma chatore, ahlan wasalan, marhaba, buna, mucho, gracias, swabia, bhalli kare aaye, marhaba, and thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning into PTV World. You were watching World this morning alongside the very fantastic, the very amazing, the very dapper Shahzad Hassan Khan and Shiza Hashmi. Hello, Shiza, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great, thank you so much for asking. What about you? And why are you like so extra, super energetic today?
Yeah.
I'm asking that because you guys, we woke up like super early this day, and even my energy was compromised after 2 cups of coffee. So,
Exactly. So, ladies and gentlemen, finally, I am having a cup of coffee as well. But I think that there's a reason. So, imagine
okay.
what happens is that, usually I actually wake up around, 6:30 or 7 in the morning. And then, when you take like extra 2 hours or 3 hours before the show, you're very fresh just before the show as well. So, today, ladies and gentlemen, I actually had to wake up somewhere around 5:30 and 6 a.m., which is why, since I had longer period of time to kind of, regain everything which I had in my head, and so I feel very energetic, and we want to give this energy to everybody out there who's actually tuned into their television screens in 46 different countries. So, ladies and gentlemen, and not just that, I think that there's one more thing which I'm happy about, I'm very ecstatic about, and that is that the kind of guest we have over here in the studio, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be an inspiration for a million other kids out there, and this is a promise.
Absolutely. So should we just like dig in before that actually where you said that we are sending out positive energies to everyone?
Yes.
Well, energies and vibes are real, you know. We are a form of energy as well, of course.
Yeah.
Because actually, universe is a uniform place for energies to interchange and create, or take different forms as well. So we're just doing that, sending our positive vibes and thoughts and energies to you. And it's real. If you accept it, you might as well absorb it and actually have a positive day ahead.
I'm just having a little bit of difficulty in understanding or comprehending on what you just said. I'm very sorry for
Remind me what I
stuttering.
said. I just
Early in the morning, so it was uniform. Universe is a uniform place for the energies to.
to exchange their forms or to keep exchanging
Oh
themselves.
wow,
Isn't it something? It's true.
that's a wonderful statement. It is something as well.
Wow.
And ladies and gentlemen, it's always you who actually need to kind of not be very hard on yourself. There are days where I think last week there was this day when I actually came on Monday and I said that okay, today was the day when I was thinking that okay, all of those things which I'm not doing right, I need to do them right as well. And when you start to think about, because if you are that sort of a person who's very passionate and dedicated towards their work as well and wants to bring about a change, a real time positive change within the community or people who are around them, you certainly will come across such a thought process as well, and you
Yeah.
would hate yourself at times for the things you've done. And so, which is why today my message would be that you really need to take it easy as well. In the first place, why am I saying this is that, Allah is very kind, ladies and gentlemen, and Allah is the one who's going to forgive you if you're going to seek for forgiveness. So seek for forgiveness with a very open heart, with a very clean heart, and inshallah you will reap the results as well. All of these difficult times which come in your life are there to shape you or to make you the person you are today. So please make sure that you always take out the positive things out in your life,
Yes.
kind of contemplate on them, comprehend them as well, and then move forward to so that you can actually share all of those beautiful qualities with other people, inspire them, and then shape them in a way that they happen to be your friends as well. Because this, which is why you're actually known by the company you keeps as well, and the company is known by the men it keeps or the women it keeps
Absolutely.
as well. So please make sure that you do it either way.
But you guys, you have to actually answer me for this as well. Don't you feel like when Shazad talks about philosophy, he sounds like a motivational speaker, and I mean, I feel like I'm his disciple just listening to him.
Oh my
Okay, whatever
God.
knowledge you're going to impart, I'm going to take.
Your day will be great today.
Thank you so much. But here's the thing, Shazad, you spoke about someone who's going to be here for the first segment without, of course, giving it away who
Yeah.
she is going to be.
Yeah.
I'm just, where you said a lot of people will be inspired, I'm one of those people. And can I tell you why? Because, of course, it's been more than 2 years I'm doing this show, about 3 now, and on a daily imagine, on a daily basis, I get to meet 4 new people. Can you just imagine that as compared to the days in a year? I mean, it's just a big number.
Yeah.
So this particular person, first of all, she happens to be a great singer, of course. She's great at what she does, the talent she has. But the thing is, she's young, Shazad, and she's a student, and mashallah, she's doing great in terms of juggling the responsibility of, first of all, being a good daughter, being a good student, and then being super, super famous now on social media. She's, mashallah, been getting a lot of attention from celebrities for that matter, been getting a lot of requests or what do you call, offers to actually collaborate with a lot of celebrities as well. She's, mashallah, on her way up, but we want to talk about her journey and how she feels during this.
Exactly, and before we do that, ladies and gentlemen, it is very important for all of us to understand that, no matter what happens, if you keep at what you actually wanted to do in life, there will be a time when the universe is actually going to bring it to you. Obviously, on Allah's orders, it's not going to happen anyways, other than that. But this amazing person who was over here on the show before as well, right after the show, she all her videos started to get viral on her social media platforms as well, and then there were different celebrities, getting in touch with her. So, I think it's about time. We hope that everybody's very anticipated who she is. Ladies and gentlemen, we're very lucky that we've actually been joined by a superstar in the making. She is the one and only Miss Annural Khalid. Hello, assalamu alaikum, good morning.
Walaikum assalam.
How are you, beta?
I'm fine, alhamdulillah.
Fine, that's wonderful. Thank you very much for joining us. It's wonderful to have you, and we hope that it wasn't really very early for you to wake up today.
Thank you for having me and
It's
giving
always a
me the
pleasure.
opportunity.
So, Annural, ever since the last time you came, you were now, mashallah, the Annural. And you know why I'm saying that? I know you're really humble and shy, I get that. But I'm saying that because, of course, the kind of attention you've been getting on Instagram, for that matter, because I follow you there, so I know them. And otherwise as well, your covers have, mashallah, been getting a lot of response from people listening to them and people requesting you, Annural, ye ga do, How has it been?
It's been overwhelming as it was in the starting, but now I feel like I have a greater responsibility because the more the people follow me, it's more the pressure.
Right,
So
you feel like you have to keep coming up with something.
yeah, with like something better in each new cover. Or now I'm actually like trying to put out originals, so because I don't really want to be known as the cover girl, so
That's smart.
yeah, and then people will maybe get to know about my own style of singing, and I can make my
Or niche.
yeah.
Exactly, and that's important. And I'm going to add on to this as well. So, while this very thought that you really need to come up with your own originals is a wonderful thought, and I think that every artist is actually known by the kind of art they produce by themselves.
Of course.
And the living example over here in Pakistan, we have Strings. They have never ever sung a cover song, no matter what happens. Even in Velo Station, while Bilal was actually looking after each and everything,
Really?
everybody else did a cover song, but Strings didn't do a cover song as well. So this, obviously is a very different thought process, and you really need to go by it as well, so that people know you for the kind of work you do yourself. So without any further ado, would you mind to share one of your originals with all our viewers, and then we'll actually request you towards the end of the segment if you can do a cover as well.
Okay, so the original that I did, it doesn't really have an acoustic vibe. It's,
Okay.
It leans towards the EDM side.
Okay. Wow.
So I still
So it's
haven't.
very relevant.
Yeah, and I still haven't come up with an acoustic version for
Okay.
it. I have to work on that. But I can.
Can you do the lines, just the lines, minus the guitar? Or does that not even work?
I don't. I've never tried singing it like that, but I can like sing a little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, yeah.
Give it a try, because we just want you to give like a hint to our audiences. Okay,
And
this is Annural.
And I haven't released it yet.
Okay.
It's gonna
Thank
come
you.
out this week, so I'm gonna sing the chorus.
All right.
Oh, perfect.
Wonderful. Go ahead.
Let's do it.
So the chorus goes like, Honda je tu kol, kendi dil de bol ek variya. Hun na dil to to, na akhiyan to mod bas ek variya. Okay, that's about it.
Yeah,
that's
that's wonderful.
really
Yeah,
nice.
your vocals are so soothing. Only while you were singing, I was thinking, only if I could sing 5% as good as you singing, I
Mashallah,
think
mashallah.
I could have done wonders. Because all my life I wanted to be a singer as well. But I think that your destiny will take you where you're destined to be as well. But when the last time you were here on the show, you talked about how your parents weren't really very supportive back then, and then now I think there's been a shift in the kind of mindset they had then, because now you get a lot of attention. Almost all of the celebrities know you, and they want to do they want to work with you as well. What's their take now?
अच्छा उनके मतलब what they had in mind was that कि the industry is not a good place for especially for like young girls.
Yeah.
So we're not comfortable with this, and
Yeah.
they're right, because जब मैं खुद like when I started this whole Instagram thing and I started getting in touch with other celebrities.
Who did you get in touch with? Okay.
I can't name them.
No, why not? Why not? Because
Maybe she has
everybody knows
upcoming
it now.
projects now. Maybe she doesn't want to reveal it.
Okay, so there's I didn't get in touch with them, but people like I've talked to are Abdullah Qureshi, Daniel Zafar, Momina Mustaisin, and I'm
Almost all the young wives.
yeah, all the young ones.
Oh, wonderful.
So yeah. So basically, they started getting comfortable when they saw that it's not all just people who are trying to take advantage of you. There's actually people who want to help, and they're like, unka bhi background jo hai, they like it matches mine.
Yeah.
Or and they're supportive, and just there's some people who are really they watch out for me and they guide me.
Yeah.
So when I tell that to them, they're like, फिर उनको भी comforting.
Satisfaction.
हाँ.
Exactly. And it's wonderful. Thank you very much for saying that. But which is why I'm going to ask you something which might be very controversial. But let's see how smartly you can answer my questions, okay? So 1 being the lowest and 10 being the best, how good do you think Daniel Zafar is as a singer?
I think he's I think he's really good, but
Is it like 10 out of 10 or 1 out of 1 or 1 out of 10 or something like that, something in the middle, 5,
okay, there's
6?
like different aspects that you can like rate out of 10.
I know that you're trying to be politically correct, but let's be honest over here, because you sing wonderfully well. There's no doubt about it. Now, for example, if I am to ask about, whether you think Momina Mustaisin is a good singer, what would you say?
Of course.
Of course,
like,
yes.
10
So,
out of 10.
what about Daniel Z?
Maybe not just like raw.
I'm sorry for putting you in
I think his
under the
vocals
spot.
can be improved. I
Yeah,
do like
but
his
his
sense of
yeah.
art,
Yeah.
like the blue,
That's great.
something to do with the butterfly video. There was a
Yeah.
song that came out. He did justice to it. But now, Annural, first of all, you removed your braces.
I did.
Hi,
They
Mashallah,
came
you're
out
looking-
they came off in October.
Oh, very nice, very nice. All right, now coming back
That was
to
quite an observation.
yeah, I was like, what's different? No, but coming back to one of your originals, it's in Punjabi. When we listen to the quality of your voice, it's very English, right? And you always often do English covers.
Yeah.
Shazad, she actually put up a song, Bandya Ho, she loves singing it, we love hearing it. But people on Instagram, because they're anonymous, a lot of people were writing, "Ke tum अंग्रेजों की तरह गा रही हो." Like your take on Bandya Ho was a little English for that matter, which we didn't feel that way.
Exactly.
Was it hard for you to do Punjabi, and who did the lyrics for it?
I wrote the whole song myself, and it's the chorus I sang. It's in Punjabi, but there's English as well.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
I
That's
can't
wonderful.
wait for it to come out.
You see.
And you know what? You're not actually supposed to take a lot of pressure from all of those people who are actually commenting, because a lot of people, this other show I do on PTV Sports are always like, "Tum अंग्रेजी क्यों बोलते हो? अंग्रेज के बच्चे हो, ये हो वो." When yesterday was the very first time when I actually spoke to them openly that that this show actually goes out to a lot of different continents, and I want everybody to understand what we're trying to say. So I think it's perfectly all right. If,
It's a
no
style.
comments are bad comments. To be honest, for all of those people who are within this industry, no comments are bad comments. The example is a very different example, but for you, I think that's how I'm going to put it. So now I think it's about time that we actually going to request you to sing us a song in our audiences as well, and so that we can sing along as well. Which one are you going to do?
We'll
Are
try
you going
to.
to sing the English version of Bandya?
We'll try to ruin it for you.
I'm actually gonna sing Bandya.
All right.
Okay, perfect. Anurag, while you do tune that as well, very quickly, who's your dream collab? I love asking that.
I think now it would be Momina Mustaisin.
Oh, that's sweet.
Wonderful. Or Atif Aslam, probably.
Yeah, but that's like a really.
I
Yeah,
want
it's
you
doable.
to
I'm
do-
telling you, it's doable. Atif Bhai is very supportive of newer talent.
Yeah, but I want you to do something like Trampoline from Zayn Malik with Zayn Malik.
Oh.
Hai na? Your voice quality is that type.
Yeah.
That's a long
Imagine.
shot, but
Inshallah.
maybe someday.
Inshallah, why not? You're amazing.
I'm sorry, I'm stuck with the same strumming pattern because I haven't
We wouldn't.
learned.
I
That's not a
wouldn't know.
problem.
Either.
I've been playing the same frets for a longer period of time as well.
फुल्ले नो समझा बड़ाया भेड़ा ते परछाइया मल्ले बुलिया साडा केड़ा छड़ दे पल्ला राया आलन बे औलादन बेनू तू क्यों लिखा लाया जेड़ा सानू सैयद सते दो मिले सजाया बंदिया हो बंदिया बंदिया हो बंदिया हो बंदिया बंदिया हो राई साई सबे थाए रब दिया बेपरवाइया सोने बरे हटाइया ने खोजिया ने गले लाइया जे तू लोवे लाख बहारा चाकर हो जा राइया बुल्ले शादी जात ने पुछड़ी शाकर हो रजाइया बंदिया हो बंदिया बंदिया हो I face the world with a smile and no one knows what's hidden inside. And they see only happiness, they can't see the tears I cry. Bandiya ho, bandiya, bandiya ho.
Wow, man. That is-
Amazing, amazing. And I love how you like sort of added your own touch to it as well.
Yeah.
Now, it's a weird question, but
Okay.
Annural, do you understand the lyrics of this
No, not at all.
You don't? But it's, mashallah, you did it very nicely as well. So you tell me, your school or university, whatever, are you a university student yet?
Yeah, I'm in my 3rd year.
Oh, I didn't know that. Wow. So it must be reopening, right? And it's going to be a shift.
I think
a
it's about
major
time that
shift.
you guys are going to appear in your exams, right?
Is it?
I just got done with my
Okay.
semester terminals. So
Perfect.
I'm going to start my new semester.
Wow.
That's nice. All the best of luck for that. But how do you think are you going to be able to balance between all that? Because for more than a year now, we were in a break. I mean, right?
Or do you want to study anymore, or is it like, okay, you know, I'll probably
Maybe
say.
everything is sorted out for you.
To be honest, I don't want university to open physically again because first of all, I'm scared. Because my social communication skills are 0.
Aw.
And it's even happened to me. Like I was out with my friends, and I had no idea people knew me. And then there's and I had a mask on, and people were like, "Excuse me, aap Annural Khalid hai?" I didn't know what to say.
That's
I'm
so
like,
sweet.
I only do covers. Why are you? And then I had to, I told my dad, and he was like, you need to learn how to talk to people.
Exactly.
And for that reason, I feel like it is important for me to like, socialize and for my university to open. So talking with the.
But you don't have to change yourself for that as well. It's a very funny story. So when Momna Mustahsan became popular, right? One of my guy friends was super crazy about her, like super crazy. So whenever she would put up a story, I'm here, he would go there just to see her, right? So this one day, she was at a mall or something, I don't remember what, and he, along with his friends, they go there, they're like, can I please take a picture? And I think, like you're saying, you were a little shy. I think Momna was that way as well. And the way she handled it, I actually admired it as well. Now, she really didn't want, that was probably just one of her songs came out. And she probably did not like attention, right? And she said, mere phone se selfie banayenge. And then the guy said, what am I going to do with your phone? Like, how come I will get the selfie? She goes like, he wanted a picture, right? It will be in my phone. And I absolutely loved it.
I think this is something which happens usually, when you're new to it as well. And everybody needs to be in their comfort zone. And if, ladies and gentlemen, all of these people who actually bring smiles on your faces, if they do not like it, please don't push them to do so as well. I think everybody needs to give them their space. And it is very important for all of those people, especially with artists, because they're very sensitive. And this is something I'm telling you for sure. Me and Shiza, even for that matter, on TV, we are very different. We have a very different aura. We have a very different personality. But off screen, we are very different people. And once you actually go to see me with my father, with my mother, or with my family, I think you wouldn't even recognize me. You like, when this well-dressed gentleman on television, how bad does he look otherwise as well? So I think everything needs to be in balance, ladies and gentlemen, which is why, towards the end of this segment, since you're doing your own singles now, alhamdulillah, we want to wish you best of luck for that. And in fact, if you're going to make a music video, this platform will always be yours to share or to probably premiere that video as well if you want us to do so. That's a promise which we're going to make with you. But what goals do you have in your mind for near future? What will be your message to your fans? And then towards the end, we'll actually request you to sing us a song as well.
Okay, so I've had plenty of time to think about it, and now I think what I really want is to have my own studio.
Wow.
And
that's
I
smart
can just
and nice.
I can just record whenever, whatever, and I don't have to go through the trouble of asking people.
Yeah.
Okay, our studios ka ek jo environment hota hai, avoid that as well. So yeah, have my own studio. And
it's realizable, your goal actually. You can do it in the near future too, inshallah.
And you should do it, because this is something which I've learned so far, that for all of those people who at your age started doing all of these studio things, now they are experts at what they do. And they've learned it so quickly as well, because for example, if it is about me or Shizar to set up a studio now, it will take us a little more time
We're
to
not made for
learn
that.
or to pick up newer things as well. But with kids like you, I think you guys can do a wonderful job, yeah. So I think that's a great idea. Your mother's sitting in the MCR. Auntie, uncle, please, if you guys are out there, this is a real good investment, and which you should make on your daughter as well.
Definitely.
Give her that studio, enable her for doing whatever she wants to, and you guys will be prouder, inshallah.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, any message you want to give out to your millions of followers there?
not in millions yet, but
I mean, you don't know, right?
probably just that don't care about what people say and keep doing you.
That's true. And that holds for you too, Annural. You don't have to listen to the keyboard warriors, because, I mean, can you just imagine the mentality of the people sitting behind a screen, being anonymous and putting out hate?
Taking out the
They
time
don't need your
to,
attention.
And mostly when you click on their profiles, it's just 0 followers,
Zero
and it's
fo-
like
zero
they make
posts.
they make like a new account separate each
Just
time.
to put out hate.
Yeah.
I mean, it's insane.
I mean,
People
it's different that you actually click on their profiles
Yeah,
as well. I think this is something which they might like. If you guys are out there, Anural's probably checked out your profile as well, and you had 0 followers. Hey, come on. You can probably ask your friends to like your Instagram profile. Please don't do that, or follow for that matter. So what are you going to lead us out with?
Okay, this one's I don't know who this is originally by, but this is from Coke Studio. The one Momila Masesan and Asim Azhar sang. Nawazish Karam.
Well, that's a wonderful.
I think that's an original in itself.
That's a wonderful song as well, but
Isn't it an original
let's
itself?
not get into the detail whether
Yeah, let's not.
it's an original or not.
Let's
But one last question as well, and that is that since now everybody knows that you're saying, obviously a lot of your family members, your siblings, every now and then, "Ha, bhai, Annural, gana suna do." Did you ever come across a situation where you had to be like, "Mera gala kharab hai"?
I did. I make that up because it happens a lot. But the people I don't know even,
So
they're
गाना
like,
सुना दो.
गाना सुना दो. I'm like, मेरी आपसे कोई बात नहीं, कोई कुछ भी.
It's just different. Yeah, because I happen to have a lot of friends who are musicians, and everybody, if somebody else is going to come in, be like, हाँ जी गाना सुना दो. So they're like, गला बहुत खराब है. बिल्कुल नहीं गा सकते आज. So yes, please take us away.
Right.
Okay, I don't know the guitar for this.
Oh,
but
okay.
I'm gonna. I think I can say it,
Yes.
it will sound okay
Please,
without the guitar.
any way you're comfortable.
बातें तेरी करते हुए थक के सो जाती हूँ सिरहाने आसमां जाने कहाँ उड़ जाती है देखते देखते तुझे ये गलियाँ तेरी तरह खुशबू जले तारे हमारी तरह रातों से मिले सुनी नहीं ज़माने ने तेरी मेरी कहानियाँ कर दे कोई नवाज़िश करम मेहरबानियाँ दे कोई नवाज़िश करम मेहरबानिया.
Wow, that was wonderful. Thank you very much,
Thank you
Annural,
so
for taking
much.
out time and for joining us over here. It was wonderful to have you. We want to wish you best of luck for all your future endeavors. More power to you. Make sure that you keep at it. That's the only message.
Thank you so, so much.
And thank you very much once again. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we're actually going to head out towards a short break. But yes, we have another talented, amazing person who's going to be over here on the show. And he's talented because he's very innovative as well. What's the kind of innovation he came up with is something which we'll be discussing about after a short break.
All right, stay tuned. Good morning.
Sitar is a plucked stringed instrument used in Pakistani classical music.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Well This Morning with Shazad Khan and Shazad Hashmi, where, well, we had a great time in the first segment. We had one of our most favorite singers over here in the studio. But right now, we're on to talk about something fun, because it's the first time we will be learning about it. We want you to learn about it, especially for the fact that, first of all, this is innovation coming from a Pakistani who's actually doing a great job in it.
Exactly, and I've got a very different explanation to it, because I think I'm glad to all of those people who are actually doing this kind of work.
Yes, go ahead.
Because I was the eldest brother, ladies and gentlemen, and that too, I came after five,
I know where this is
five,
going.
five of my sisters, alhamdulillah. And while I was 5 or 6 years old, when my eldest sister was getting married, every now and then my mother would be like, तुम ही घर के बड़े बेटे हो तो जाओ दो मेहमान आए हैं, you know, go get some biscuits or probably some bakery items so that we can actually treat them while they're at our place. You know, we have this hospitality thing over here within our own society and community as well, which I think is wonderful. But every time, you know, for example, you just went to the market, you got back, your mother would be like, oh, you had to get yogurt as well. You know, you'll go back, you'll walk back, you know, a 5, 6-year-old boy, and he'll walk back to the market, come back again, oh, dhaniya to rahega, you know, and then, you know, it's just like that. And you're like, hey, man, mom, can't you just remember at once? And I think this is why exactly the same reason that my father never went groceries, because he knew that, you know, every time he's going to bring something back, there'll be something which he might have forgotten, or mom might have forgotten to tell dad.
Not even in the beginning, uncle never did. I'm sure he did. For the first few years, guys.
My mom would never recommend, or probably my mom would never take my father along to do groceries, because he will buy some extra stuff. You know, all of those different cheese and, you know, all of that material which we like, you know, we will actually push our father to get it for us. So, well, cutting long story short as well, ladies and gentlemen, we're very lucky that finally, you know, by the touch of smartphone, we can now order anything, and even if you forget, you can order again, because the rider will not be like, hey sir, can't you just
मैं
order
वापस नहीं जा सकता.
can't you just order at once? So very lucky that we've actually been joined by somebody who's an entrepreneur of an incubation center, ladies and gentlemen, and this speaks volumes about the incubation centers over here in Pakistan as well. He is actually the founder and CEO of the application Fori, which with which Fori obviously is a word in Urdu which means instant. And
yes.
so you can get anything instantly, probably vegetables, bakery items, coffee, or whatever you may probably want. And alhamdulillah, in a day's time, within like 12 or 16 hours, they're actually moving things or probably grocery or vegetables worth 10,000 kilos, ladies and gentlemen, which is quite a lot for a new startup. Well, it's not relatively a new startup. It started back in 2017, but we're very lucky that we've actually been joined by the CEO, Mr. Adil Hassan. Hello, assalamu alaikum, good morning.
Ji, walaikum salam.
Adil
Thank
bhai.
you very much, first of all, for having me here.
It's
Thank you
our
very much for
pleasure.
joining us.
And before you do begin the
Yes.
conversation, I just want to make a comment over here.
Yeah.
I think you have eased the life of so many people,
Yeah.
especially men like
So
Shazad
many younger
already.
brothers,
So many brothers, so many husbands, and that is because it's such a struggle on its own to go to the mandi just to get the right kind of mini potatoes for your steak, or just to get the right kind of baby carrots. I mean, thank you for
You're
doing that.
absolutely right. The point was the same that he was mentioning. That
Did you
every
ever
time
come- did you
my
come
mother used to tell me when even I was 10 years old that beta go and bring dahi from the market.
yeah.
So it started all from there, and
Oh,
we are
naan
suffering
bahai
even
hai.
today that our wives tell us that okay, please go and bring this, and once we come back, we have to go back again and bring something else.
Right.
Exactly.
Yes.
So it's wonderful. Thank you very much. We truly appreciate the idea as well. But there are a lot of concerns. But before we move on to those concerns, I would want to know how fori are in your life.
I mean,
जो करना है बस दस्ती करो यार.
see, in business there are two things. One,
Yeah.
you have to step ahead and keep ahead of the wave.
Exactly.
The idea of Fori that started back in 2017. I mean, if we go back, I mean, we were three partners sitting in Saudi Arabia working on some wonderful jobs, earning huge sums of money, and then we decided that okay, we have to go back to Pakistan. We have to start something of our own.
Okay.
And that passion gave us this idea that delivery market is something which is growing, and e-commerce will be the next boom
It is.
in the international market. And
Absolutely.
today we are seeing that.
Absolutely.
So we moved back to Pakistan from there, and over here we started this idea of Fori. Now, when we look at the last 3 years, there is a lot has changed. I mean, starting a business itself with its own challenges, and with COVID coming up in 2019.
Exactly.
So as you said that being Fori, you have to be very abrupt, and you have to be very fast-paced to move with the current demands of the market.
True,
Exactly.
absolutely true. Now, sorry, Shazad, to my better understanding of it, what does this mean? When you run an app where, of course, there's no limited number, you'll take orders, all
Yes.
the orders that will come, you will
That's
take.
true.
So, are you in collaboration with vendors, or do you have, I don't know how to put it, a place of your own where you grow all of this, your own farms? How does it happen?
See, when we say Fori, first of all, it's not
Yes.
just aloo pyaz or fruits and vegetables.
Okay.
We're providing fruits and vegetables to restaurant meals.
Wow.
Yeah, to groceries, to bakery items. So if you want some
Got
bakery
it,
and
got
cakes, and
it.
some guests are coming at home,
Yeah.
you can use our services.
Perfect.
So going back to the fruits and vegetables or the grocery, we're buying from the mandi. We have our own warehouse which is operational like 24 hours a day. We have teams working at night who are already doing the grading and packing. So from morning when the order comes, we are ready to deliver those orders.
Okay.
And is the warehouse only in Islamabad, or is it in other cities?
Currently, we
of
are in Islamabad
Pakistan?
only,
Okay.
and our operational area is Islamabad and Rawalpindi. So all of Islamabad and Rawalpindi.
Is your
we are
warehouse
covering
somewhat
today.
near to Sabzi Mandi as well?
It's in I-9 basically.
Wow, that's wonderful.
Yeah, that's
I
really
think it's a
nice.
brilliant idea. But there's one more question.
Please.
And I think that it's a very pertinent question, because this is something which the mothers don't like. You know, you go and you're actually supposed to buy vegetables which you're not really keen of, and you don't know whether which vegetable is the good vegetable or the khadi mirach, or you know,
Yes.
whatever the problems are of the household women. Now, what happens is when you're ordering online, it's a blind order, for
True.
anybody. And once they're going to receive something, that's the only time when they might even have to utilize that very particular product.
Right.
So how do you make sure that there are quality checks on each and every level? For example, when you or probably the person who's going to procure all of those vegetables or bakery items, do you think that they keep that in mind as well? And once you're packing all of those items, there might be a lot of items which you know for yourself that they can't be sent to any person who's actually ordered something. So are you going to take all of those items away and then send them back to the person you bought it from?
So when you talk about restaurants and bakery, the items are very clear.
Okay.
You have visited those places and you know that, okay, this particular piece of cake is coming to my home.
Yeah.
But once you come to fruits and vegetables, they are very fragile.
Yeah.
And our mothers and sisters and wives, they are very picky.
Yeah.
And they always come back and say that, okay, this
Apne
tomato is
aisa
not
aloo
right.
le aaye ho. Yeah.
Yes, yes. That's true. These oranges are not good.
Yeah.
So what we have done, we've learned the hard way. I mean, it was the first startup in Pakistan to deliver this at your doorstep. And what we do, we give an open box delivery.
Yeah.
So the things come to you open, you see
Look
the
at them.
products, and if you don't like anything,
Yeah.
you can return it at the same time. Even if there are complaints from the people that, okay, my driver picked the items and no, I don't want them, we take the replacement of those items. So if you can just give us a complaint and we will replace the items for you. So the idea of providing the household this facility that, okay, the items will come hand-picked is at the very core of Fori.
Okay.
And along with that, I mean, our own experience of being living in the international market, our idea is that we want to bring the international standard to Pakistan.
Exactly.
And
Right.
today we are procuring machines which will be grading and packing and washing
Wonderful.
all of those fruits and vegetables.
I like it.
So by end of February, our warehouse will be ready to send international
Automated
quality
warehouse.
fruits and vegetables
Exactly.
to
Mashallah,
Islamabad and
And it will
Rawalpindi.
be an automated warehouse as well, right?
Yes, definitely. We're working on the automation. I mean, it's a long journey which we have started, and step by step we are moving in the right direction.
And this is something which I just heard, a few days ago as well, because this is the orange season, ladies and gentlemen. So I brought some oranges to home, and my mom was like, "Jaise tum phike ho, aise phike kinnu bhi le aaye ho tum." Because you cannot judge, and there's so much trickiness going on within the market. We have seen so many videos where they're actually putting other color ingredients into watermelons and
Right.
the juice with the help of syringes within the fruit as well. And then there's so many different grades within fruits. There's different kind of fruit which is going to come from China with a very exquisite packing.
Yes.
And then there's a very different food grade over here within Pakistan, because we export the best of it to the other countries, and because in England, if you've been there, you know that the fruit over there is very bland. There's no taste in it, there's no juice in it as well. So they like the fruit from this origin of the continent as well. So that number one. Now number two, not every customer is actually speaking the truth. What they do is, people are very tricky too as well these times. So how do you make sure that you're getting back for example, if there's a complaint, and if somebody says that, hey, the stuff is not right, for example, even if the driver picked it up, he took it to home, and then auntie was like, isme se apne 5-6 nikal lo aur isme apne 5-6 dal do.
Right.
Do
People
you
do
ever come
that.
across such a situation?
No, Alhamdulillah, I would say our nation in this way is very transparent and very honest.
All right.
I have not seen as of today any such incident where people have tried to do foul play.
Yeah.
If we send them things, on the other hand, if there is some damaged item as well,
Yeah.
they tell us that, okay, beta, this thing was not right.
Yeah.
Please try to fix it.
Okay.
But they don't. I don't see this thing happening that, okay, people are returning a lot.
Exactly.
So they give you
I'm
an
sorry, but
original-
I'm going to add over here. I'm sorry, Shiza, but
Yes.
I think that you're right, and it's because that majority of the people who can actually use smartphones are educated people,
Yeah.
and they would have their certain character to themselves, and they will have their morals intact. But other than that, we have seen in the previous years as well that people have been selling donkey meats and things like that,
Oh,
and
God.
then there have been cockroaches within their kitchens as well, which
Ew.
they really need to be looked after. So how are you looking after the hygiene aspect of food? Because we're talking about food which we really need to eat.
Very true. I mean, these are the main points that we moved to the warehouse. We were in Sabzi Mandi earlier for the first 6 months of our project. Then when COVID struck in Pakistan, in April we moved to almost 5,000 square feet warehouse.
Alright.
And the objective of that move was that we want to deliver quality and hygienic products to the consumers.
Exactly.
And the part of that, as I mentioned, the machinery that we're bringing to the local market, the objective is the same, that we should be eating quality products at our homes.
Exactly.
But you know what? Here's the thing, and I think you, as a vendor, I want to say the owner of this very initiative as well, you cannot control that. Bangan will always have keede in it. And I'm not lying, you guys. Like, if I buy 5 bangan, 2 or 1 of them is going to
You have
have.
to look for holes on the outside.
How can I do that?
You're
From
looking
outside,
closely.
it doesn't show. So, first of all, this quality control, that is not in your control. I mean, it's natural, right? It does happen.
Why would you call it quality control if it's not in our control?
Because it's coming from him, so I will hold him accountable, right?
Right.
Yeah.
First of all, that. Secondly, is there a certain time that you cater to, for example, with other grocery apps or something, so it's only 9 to 12, they will deliver, and then you have to wait for an entire day to be delivered. Is there a specific
We are
time?
taking orders all day long,
Okay.
but our delivery time starts from 9 a.m. in the morning till 7 p.m. in the evening.
So
Because if you are
after I order-
delivering fruits and vegetables, you should not be going to somebody's home and ringing the bell at 10 or 11 a.m. 11
Exactly.
p.m. at
Eat
night.
bananas then, yeah.
Yes, I mean if it's restaurant food, it's different. You can even ring the bell at 3 a.m., which we do.
All right.
But once you are delivering grocery and fruits and vegetables, people don't like to be bothered late night.
Yeah.
And you do mention the time that will take, for the rider to appear.
We
at
have
your
mentioned
place
an
and stuff.
approximate time that approximately 5 to 6 hours. But at the same time, see, we have developed an integrated system.
Okay.
We have a backend with the rider app, with the customer app, so, and all of those notifications are going to the customers to prompt them that when the order will be reaching, when the order is picked, when it's on the way.
Yeah.
So they can even track their order that where we are heading.
Yeah.
All right, perfect. So now, if someone wanted to collaborate with you in a way, let me try to explain it better. So, what if someone has oranges
Right.
or orchards of oranges and they want you to sell their oranges? Can you do that?
For example, if I'm a farmer and
Yes.
I've grown them on
Yeah.
my field as well.
See, today we are procuring from the Sabzi Mandi itself in Islamabad. But our ultimate objective is to go back and connect with the farmers. So
Exactly.
the real growers can take the benefit even of the prices that we are selling in the market.
Exactly.
Perfect.
So at the same time, not just farmers and fruits and vegetables, we are open to all the people who are producing different things, who are manufacturing different things to list their products on our app.
Yeah.
Because it's an open platform which we will be able to sell to the consumers.
Exactly, and that's wonderful. And I think that this is the way forward as well. And a lot of people are working in this direction. But very quickly, since we're very short on time now, so I
Right.
want to ask two more things. And that is that, ever since I was growing up, when I started to drive, my excitement on a Sunday was that I will actually drive my mother to a Sunday bazaar, right? Because otherwise I won't get the car to drive. So I used to take her over there, and my mom was always very happy about the rates she would find within an Sunday bazaar.
Right.
Now, if we are to compare, the kind of rates you do or the kind of prices we have in terms of vegetables and fruits and all of these things, an average household woman is very cautious about it because, not everybody can actually afford the luxury of having a lot of fruit every single day, to be honest. So, is it really competitive, the prices, for all of those people?
This
who
is the
watch
beauty
us?
of Fawry. We have collaborated with the government of Islamabad, ICT administration in 2019,
Yeah.
and we are the one who are selling fruits and vegetables at government rates.
Okay.
So you don't have to worry that what prices we will be charging. We are even showing the government rate list on a daily basis on our app. So once you go to our app, you can see what's the rate list today, and our prices will be either at the rate list of the government or they will be below. I mean, every day we have certain items which we are giving in discounts. Yesterday we were sending all the turnip 1 kg free to all our customers.
Wow.
Yeah, so if we get some benefit from the market, we are always sending this benefit to the consumers.
Exactly, and that's wonderful as well, and which makes me think, that everybody probably needs to order from your app as well, because if you are actually selling on the government rates, I think there can't be anything more beautiful about it.
We're not
And
just selling at the government rate, we're delivering free to the doorstep of consumers. So you don't have to worry
Okay.
about the delivery charges as well.
that's what I'm thinking. Then how are you saving money? I mean,
How are you
this
making
is something.
profit?
What is the business model? But let's keep it to them as well, ladies and
We'll
gentlemen.
talk about this off
because,
air.
because I think that's how it needs to be. But the last question I asked, I thought that that was the best question I've asked so far as well.
What was it?
So that we can get it answered as well. It was about the comparison
rate.
between the Itwar Bazaar and the rates which we are going to get on the application.
Yes.
But towards the end, because you in the middle of the conversation even mentioned that with restaurant food is different. So is it like we order from a restaurant and Fawry is going to deliver it to our place?
Yes. We have our own
So
fleet
is
of
it more
riders.
like Food Panda?
It's like a Food Panda, but with multiple options, not just food. You have grocery and fruits and vegetables and bakery items.
and stuff.
Yes, and medicines.
At night
so
you need-
even
you
our
need
elderly
something.
can order medicine from sitting at their home.
Wow,
Oh, that is
that's
really
wonderful. So you do not need a prescription, right?
Yes, of course.
You
In
do.
Pakistan, there is no prescription, but the non-prescription medicines we are already delivering.
All right, wow,
Yeah.
that's wonderful. Thank you very much, Dil bhai, for being with us. It was lovely to be in conversation with you, and we want to wish you best of luck. We want to wish each and every entrepreneur of your sort best of luck as well, because you guys, gave up on something. You guys gave up on luxury. You guys gave up on life outside Pakistan as well. Came down over here because you are a true Pakistani at heart. We want to wish you best of luck. So, ladies and gentlemen, I think today is the day that we really need to support people like Adil, because we really need to download the application. And since
do.
the rates are exactly as the government instructs us to be, so I think that there's no other reason. There are no service charges or delivery charges as well.
I mean,
But
why
how
not?
How are they earning money, man? This is something off the record.
This is something that we're really curious about. We'll talk about that. But it's available for Apple and Android both.
Both.
You can.
On the website as well.
On the
And there's
website.
a website of Fori as well. You can definitely look into that too. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm really proud to say that this is a product of the National Incubation Center. And when we talk about such places for businesses to learn and then grow, this is what comes out, right? And when we talk about technology and a knowledge-based economy, this is what we're going forward to as well. So if you have any similar ideas, or if you know of any people who have done similar things, do let us know, because we'd love to be in conversation with them. Write us on our Facebook page with the name of
World This Morning.
On Twitter.
World This Morning without a G.
on YouTube.
On YouTube, ladies and gentlemen, you look for PTV World, and then Alhamdulillah, the most viewed show on PTV World is World This Morning.
And the repeat of this one you can catch
5 past midnight. Till the next time, look after yourselves. Make sure that, ladies and gentlemen, we give, in fact, we create opportunities for people, and you will see that Pakistanis are really talented and they can do wonders.
Indeed.
Look after yourselves. Good morning.
Good morning.